Hey everybody, it's me here from Toy Snowman, and I decided, today's a good day for, Toy Story time. So I know I haven't posted a video in a while, so I just, I've been...
Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free. Join the Helldivers.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Helldivers. It's very addictive. So, in order to, start the story, I want to explain how when a new wave is announced, and we have to place our orders for these, we are given the options usually of something called a solid or an assortment. So, let's say there's 6 figures in a wave. Like, we'll take the Marvel Legends No Way Home Spider-Man wave. You had Tobey Maguire, you had Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, MJ, Sandman, and Matt Murdock for that wave. So, when we're given the option to order, we have to order either an assortment, which is one of each character, so 6 characters in a box, or we have to order a solid, which is 6 of that single character in one box. It's the same box size usually, because that's just how it comes in. So that's just how we place our orders. Why they do it, I'm not completely sure the whole craziness behind it. Part of me just, like, tinfoil hat theory, it's just to help with the big retailers who, when they order, like, it's easier to convince Walmart to order 1 or 2 boxes of the assortment and have 12 figures, or 1 case of 6 figures, and put it on their shelves, rather than try to convince them to order 36, 6 times 6 figures, and then to have the whole wave on the shelf. So that's a bigger ask. So it's just easier to say, you have to buy 1 or 2 cases and be done with it. So what happens is, I normally order the solid and then a few of the assortment, just because I have customers that order the full amount. Some of them order obviously more popular characters like the Spider-Mans of that wave. So recently with that being said, in this story, a few weeks back, our Hasbro told me, hey, we found some Spider-Mans from the No Way Home wave. I'm like, oh, sweet, that's really... I mean, now, sometimes this happens because, it's a bit late to find Spider-Mans, and Wolverine and Rogue from the, I don't know, 97 wave. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll definitely order those. So I placed my order, and, give me Tom Holland's, Andrew Garfield, and Toby. Did I say that already? And then, I ordered also Rogue and Wolverine from the X-Men 97 wave. And then, today they've finally arrived. And right away I saw something that was weird. First of all, they were all retaped. And I was like, oh, hope this is not like a return. And then they sent me the return and it's going to be bashed up inside. Also, I don't also remember ordering assortment. So I was like, that's weird. Why did they give me an assortment? And, well, I found out, it's correct. The items are meant to be inside. But now the problem is, when we get these boxes, normally I put them up in the shelves or in our storage, because I know, we don't need to put 72 Tobey Maguires on the shelves. We can just put in 6, and then the other, we can just keep it aside. So I didn't know which box I was opening and what I was getting, so everything was like a Kinder Surprise, it just says here. So this would be an assortment box. But obviously it's not an assortment because it's going to be filled with 1 character. And like Kinder Surprise, you're like, oh, what character am I going to get? And, So it's Andrew Garfield. And so I'm putting it here, my Andrew Garfield pile. And so I had to do this for all of them. And, I mean, it's a small inconvenience, but trying to figure out where to put them all in, who's who in which box. But then I thought about, this is a weird one, why did they give me the assortment box? It clearly says here, here's this is the 97 wave, see it says here, AST, which is assortment. And I'm just wondering, so these are all assortment boxes. None of them were actually the solid box, because the solid box will have a different code. It'll say Tom Holland, or Wolverine, or Rogue for their respective wave. And I just realized, okay, this cannot be a coincidence, because they all have it. So it just, dawned on me that, there's some poor soul, we'll call him, Bob, at Hasbro. Bob's manager says, hey, Bob, come into the warehouse for a moment. And it just shows him, yeah, you see these 600 cases? Spider-Man No Way Home wave. We've sold all the solids of all the Spider-Mans, which is great. But nobody wants to buy the assortments, because MJ, Sandman, Matt Murdock really dragged down the wave, and those figures don't sell as well. So the wave is kind of toxic at that point. And, you know, if they have it for too long, they end up giving it to Ollie's or, you know, your Marshalls or your Winners or your super discount retailers. And they're going to sell it to them for like $5 a figure or $10 a figure. But if we separate all the Tom Hollands and all the Tobey Maguires and all the other Spider-Man and put them into solid cases, the retailers will buy those 6. And then we can sell it to them at full price. And later on, we can sell all the MJs and Matt Murdock's and Sandmans to the discount retailers. So this way we at least get full price for half the box, and then we get like a quarter price on the remaining figures. Oh, cool. So that's my job. Well, Bob, I'm gonna need you to open up all these cases and rearrange all the packaging manually, and then tape up the boxes again.
Send in Bob from accounting.
So I just because there is no other way, because they're all just retaped, not by machine, because this is like obviously very sloppy done, and it had to be done, and they had to organize it in such a way because they had to remember, like, okay, these are all the boxes now that I've opened up and put Tom Holland's in. These are all the boxes I opened up and put MJ in. So I don't know. I just feel like the poor sap that's working at the warehouse, like opening up cases just to repackage them all to send to us. But anyway, so it was just like a random thought I had. I decided to like share because this is what actually has happened. I wanted to get out some information. Next story for our story time. I'm having quite a few stories lately because I don't know, things are just weird this month. All right, so Mezco Turtles. If you pre-order with me, it's here. Don't send me an email. We'll send you an email asking you for the full payment later on. Mezco Turtles really went hot these last 3 weeks, and my distributor pulled a quick one on me because I pre-ordered a large amount, and I did not put up my extra units pre-order because I felt like, oh, okay, this is good, but I usually like to have some in stock and then sell it. So my distributor went around and said, okay, your first pre-order allocation, we're going to give it to you, but all your extra amount, we're not going to because we don't have any. And I fought with them. I said, what if I just pre-sold all these? Then you'd screw me over like an infinite amount. And humming and fighting with them, they said, oh yeah, we do have some more now from other accounts that have closed. And I was like, okay, so it's a bit weird that... Sure. And then he's like, and what happens is our brand manager is going to attach 3 G.I. Joe Snake Eyes from Mezco for each Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that you want to buy. So in order to get a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, I had to buy 3 Snake Eyes to boot. And I'm just like 3-to-1 bundle. And well, normally I would say maybe sure, I'd accept it, except I already pre-ordered with you 24 Snake Eyes from Mezco. So you want me to order like, I don't know, another 30 to get 10 more sets? Yeah, that was their plan. So I said, you know, obviously screw you. If I did not place my pre-orders with them, sure, I would just order, yeah, give me 30 and I'll just be fine, right? Because I'll get all the turtles and I'll have my Mezco Snake Eyes at the same time. But because I pre-ordered with them, I have to pre-order on top of it to get more turtles. So I just felt like, you really screwed me over here because I put my trust in you and put my pre-orders with you and not with another company. So either way, I mean, what it means is I'm probably not going to be selling any extra Mezco Turtles because of that, because obviously I don't want to buy 3 Snake Eyes in addition to what I already pre-ordered in order just to get turtles. So there's that story, which distributors are really sometimes, they like to play the power game because they know the item's hot. The item was not hot. It was not sold out everywhere. And now it's sold out everywhere. They're rug pulling me saying, yeah, you can get it now, but you have to buy this. And I'm just like, I understand some distributors, they like to bundle it and say, you know, you scratch our back and we'll scratch yours, but they never scratch your back. I'll be honest. Especially not this Pokemon distributor. When in 2020, when I was dealing with them, they said, oh, you don't order a lot of Pokemon, which is fine. I'm not a Pokemon store. I'm a, action figure store. And they were like, yeah, so because of that, we're going to have to cut your allocation to give it to the bigger stores, who we sell a lot of Pokemon to. And I told them, like, listen, this Pokemon's hot right now in 2020 because people are at home and they're just buying Pokemon cards and getting free money. And, when it all ends, they're not going to be your customers anymore because they're just going to drop out. And lo and behold, in 2022, 2023, they're like, oh, you can have your allocation back. But by then I already cut them off. I said, listen, I'm not going to increase my allocation. I've opened an account with another distributor. And here we are in another phase where I was trying to order Mezco for them. And I know I'm one of their biggest Mezco clients. And then they're giving it to me because they wanted to say, oh, no, you have to buy it in a bundle. I'm like, doesn't make sense. Like, now I'm the bigger guy trying to ask for more and you're not giving it to me. That's more of a rant, really, not even a story. I guess the story and a rant story. Other news. Godzilla. Smashing success. So I'm not sure it's because there's not much media out there because of, the writer's strike of the last 2 years. So this year we don't have much movies. And so Godzilla coming out is like a mass success. Godzilla has actually overtaken Spider-Man as the hottest search on our website, which is, quite a surprise. I mean, so this month, top searches are Godzilla at 2,600 searches, followed by Marvel Legends at 1,600, Transformers at 1,300, Mayfix at 800, Mythic Legions at 600, Warhammer at 500, Batman at 433. Wow, Batman's really high. DC Multiverse, which is essentially Mcfarlane, and Spider-Man. Wow, Spider-Man's taking a tumble. Spider-Man used to be in the top 10 3 times. Now it's only there once. And NECA being at 350. Spider-Man used to be at the top 10 3 times because it used to be like Spider-Man with a dash in the middle, Spider-Man, no dash in the middle, and then Spider, Space, Man. I mean, that was it. Spider-Man was just like super hot, and now he's 9th place, and Godzilla being the... Well, Batman's ahead of him, so that's... I'm not sure why Batman's ahead of him. I mean, I guess McFarlane has released a lot of... Wow, okay, McFarlane. Oh my god. So McFarlane has really cut back on the amount of product they're releasing. So much so that my distributor is essentially saying 2 cases of everything is all you get for the first wave, and then every other week, if we have more, we'll just allow you to order 2 more cases and 2 more cases. So now I have to order from like 3 distributors to fulfill my orders, which is really annoying. Because, well, A, that has a lot of cost because you're shipping from 3 places at once rather than just 1 place. Well, yeah, either way. So, telling you all the things that are happening in the store, which has really caused me to be a bit late in my videos, other than, spreading democracy around the world. Okay. But yeah, also, I mean, obviously, it's also just been very, very busy here at the store. Like, I mean, from our analytics, I can see that we have 100% essentially more orders this year than last year at this time. So, I mean, last year in 2023, yeah, it was, I don't know, it was relatively busy, not super busy, obviously, because it's Q1, so January, people are paying their bills and catching up from the Christmas rush. But this year, yeah, we're at 3,872 orders. And it's been hard to keep up with. So, I mean, I've been trying to do a bit more extra during the weekends to help catch up. And obviously, Kayvon's also been working like super well, and he's now doing more days. He's doing every Thursday now. So it's been really helpful, and he's been staying longer on Saturdays to help out. But yeah, really, it's been a crazy time. It seems like now everything has been pulled back from distributor, like our Transformers. We are getting sold out on day 1, and and why we're sold out is because it's what our suppliers are guaranteeing me, where they're like, yeah, we'll guarantee you whatever these 40 or these 40 Optimus Primes and these 60 of each deluxe class Transformer, and I'm like, okay. And then when I order them, and then I see the sale, like, okay, let me go for a restock. I ask them, hey, I want to restock on this. They say, no, we cannot guarantee that we'll get restock. So then I don't put in the units available for pre-order on my site, because obviously if my distributor doesn't get it, then I'm on the hook. So that's why you're quite often seeing things sell out on the pre-order day. I don't know what to say. It's it's been crazy. So I can also try to get it from other distributors, but then they've all been unreliable compared to just getting Hasbro Direct. And also the price goes up, which is, I don't know. I just don't want to focus on every time I have to get from another distributor, their prices are more, and then I have to charge more. Then it's like, I don't want people to think I'm trying to get extra value out of them because it's limited supply. I'm gonna charge $3-4. No, because if I want to do that from another distributor, I have to pay more, and I don't want to lower my margin just to, do nothing. So I was like, all right, fine. I'm just not gonna order it, and if it sells out, it sells out. I can't really do much more than that. The other thing is, so in recent times, so this is only for Canada now that I'm talking about, for as far as this exact moment, Toys R Us in Canada seems to have lost a lot of exclusives, or a lot of their current exclusives have been moving to the fan channel here in Canada. So like the big ones were the 2-pack, the Lieutenant and Ahsoka Trooper for Black Series, and the latest one was the Tiger Paw ATV. So it's a Tiger Force item, which means Target/Toys R Us exclusive in Canada normally. But this time they've offered it to us. And so now we have essentially Target exclusive. And like these are the last 2. So we had the Black Series Ahsoka Trooper. And now we have the G.I. Joe's Tiger Paw ATV, which is like, obviously it's selling off. It's just, I underestimated how well it will sell, let's say, that much. But there's plenty, because they said, hey, here's the exclusive, you can just sell it. So I'm just like, all right, let me put it aside. And people are buying it, because I also know it's sold out apparently on Target. Okay, while we were on the topic of Target and Toys R Us exclusives, just the other day we released the Target exclusive Spider-Man Retro Carnage here, and you can see it. So it's another amazing like exclusive that we have, and it's going like hotcakes. But yeah, just wanted to throw in another example, and it's one that you don't want to wait for the pre-order, because this one probably will sell out on pre-orders. Hasbro Pulse is the other place that would sell it, but they're also sold out. So yeah, people have been buying it like crazy. That's like seems like a really great trend for us, because we're getting all those Target exclusives here now. Up here in Canada, we're quite happy because, you know, Toys R Us, the problem with Toys R Us is if they were to get this item, they would charge a $10 charge on it, in addition to the normal price. So it'd be like, I don't know, $90 rather than $75. We're like, okay, well, our prices are competitive because, well, there's nobody to compete with. Like, I mean, obviously there's GameStop. GameStop also gets it, but GameStop's also just like super unreliable. Like, you place an order, if they cancel it, they're heartless monsters, and they'll just like, sorry, we tried. It's like, no, they didn't try anything. They just oversold, and they just didn't bother the back order because they have no money to afford it. I hate GameStop. But Bandai has started giving us some cool exclusives. These are the older exclusives. I don't know if it's whether I buy a lot of Godzilla or not, but yeah, they gave us access to some of these exclusives. King Kong one with the Godzilla's head, and the Nightcrawler Godzilla. So I mean, we're getting some cool exclusives, and it's really fun to get. The reasoning we were told is that because it's hard for Canadians to order from Premium Bandai, so up here in Canada, in order for Canadians to have access to it, they're offering it to us to buy it. Obviously, we have to pay an extra shipping because, you know, we're not in America, unfortunately, so we have to pay a bit more to get it. But I mean, it's still a lot cheaper than importing it. So yeah. Also, side project I've been working on about a month or two now. Like I said, I'm really a fan of having Godzilla and having more Godzilla products. So I decided to take on a little project to get something made. I'm trying to make. I'm still in the process of making it, but we're making Godzilla cards essentially. For there'll be like 52 card decks, or 54 plus, you know, the two Jokers. So 52 card deck plus the Jokers of a Godzilla card. So they're gonna have, you know, official Godzilla pictures, licensed by Toho, made by my manufacturer in partnership with me. So yeah, we're getting like a few 1,500 of them made, and I don't know, I'm kind of excited to do it. Now they sent me the first sample, and I didn't like it because for those who don't know, I'm a big nerd, right? I played a lot of card games growing up, Magic the Gathering specifically, and I know I played a little bit of Pokemon here and there, and the cards were a bit too thin for my liking, and I don't know if it was because, you know, I play Pokemon and Magic, and the card backs were harder. So I told them, like, hey, I don't like this current sample because it was too thin and didn't feel right. So I got them to make another sample, and yeah, so hopefully within 1 or 2 months I'll have my first like manufactured good with, you know, the Toy Snowman logo on it. I'm pretty excited about it because, you know, it's Godzilla themed, it's officially licensed. You know, you'll see the whole Toho thing, and yeah, that's a little side project that I'm doing at the meantime to just add to my Godzilla section, which would be exclusive because obviously I'm the only one making it. So yeah, otherwise that's just a small update and some little stories that I'm having around. So I'll try to keep that story up, and I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully I won't be stuck with too many 1,500 Godzilla playing cards, but I think, I don't know, I was just looking at the pricing at Amazon and other places, and they were like 15, 20, 30 bucks, and I was just like, oh man, I can probably get nice ones and, you know, for way cheaper. So let's see how the project works out. I'm pretty excited. Otherwise, everybody,